Now, do I have Stephen here?
Yes, Judge.
And I have Teresa here.
Yes, Judge.
This is your cousin Stephen, right?
Yeah.
Looking at your application, I've rarely seen language like you have used in terms of how angry and frustrated you are.
He's treated me, well, like something you'd flush down the toilet.
Now, Stephen, your response is not at all, correct?
No, not at all.
2003, sir, you had been a builder and qualified joiner.
Yes.
Understood. But you could, for want of perhaps a more delicate way of describing it, you could put your hand literally to anything.
Yes.
In 2003, sir, it isn't a secret because it's just a matter of record in your claim, you had a very serious event happen to you. What happened?
I broke my back and had major surgery where I have metal work in my back.
You had a catastrophic injury.
Yes.
Now, were you aware of that, madam?
Yeah.
March 2018, we now come to you. You had a problem with your shower and you asked Stephen to look over it, correct?
Yeah.
At this stage, the relationship was more than amicable, correct?
Yeah.
The shower broke was what you call the catalyst. That's the moment you say, right, I need to get the work done in my house. What's more, I'm about to come into some money. And it's right to say that between May and June, around that time, a couple of months after this first discussion, you did sell a commercial property.
Yeah.
And you made roughly how much?
57,000.
Understood. Not life-changing,
No.
but certainly enough to tide you over for a considerable period of time.
Yeah.
You knew that sum was coming. Perfect time, let me get my house done. Stephen comes to your house and looks at your faulty shower. After speaking to him, you decide that he could complete some work for you. I need to know precisely the work that he said he could do for you in March.
He could, with my help, knock the bathroom and toilet into one and refit the bathroom.
Did you sit down and draw up perhaps an invoice? As a cousin, you might not do that. A list of works, a date for when it had to be finished, or any agreement whatsoever about how much you would pay him to do this?
No.
Well, how much did you think you were going to pay him to do this?
He said he'd help me. Obviously I wasn't going to let him do it for free, but money never came about at that stage.
It was your cousin. It seemed to you that it was a favour that you would remunerate in due course.
Yeah.
But it wasn't really discussed. Do you agree with that, sir?
Yes.
Bit of help. Did you expect to get paid?
No,
Why would you offer to do that work for free?
because she's family.
Did he complete that work?
It took him a long time, yeah.
Well, he's got a very bad back, madam. That's not surprising. At some point, there was a discussion about further work he might do, correct? What was that further work?
That took place in my back garden. Steve knew about the sale of my house.
Right, this property you come into
yeah.
a substantial income, right?
Yeah, and while we was doing the bathroom, Steve was saying things like, oh, when you get your money, you should do this and you should do that, and you could make this house look really nice, and, you know, we'd do it together.
Do you remember giving that sort of advice?
Yes, I do. Yes, it was just suggestions.
What sort of suggestions?
Improving the upstairs, replacing all the doors, putting new radiators in. Downstairs, I said she could get a new kitchen.
Did you make a list of the work that you eventually agreed for him to do?
No, there was no plans or anything drawn up. It was just, we'd do it as we went along, really.
It's all very loose. There's nothing written down between you. It's all in the course of discussions. You never actually sat down and either informally or formally drew up a list of works that you would do.
No, George.
It was part, as far as I can gather, of an ongoing discussion.
Yeah.
Agreed?
Yes.
Important. That helps. Now I understand. End of March, beginning of April, he had told you that he was in debt. Is that correct?
It was in a general conversation.
Yeah.
I had a
How
few
much
bills
debt
that
were
I
you
was
in?
paying. It was about
£5,180.77 sound about right?
Yeah, that sounds about right, yes.
Understood. Right. And that must have played on your mind.
Well, yeah, because I've got 4 credit cards and I was in exactly the same position. I said to him, well, if you're going to do all that work for me, I will pay up your credit cards.
Thank you. Stop there. In other words, that's where we get to. I will pay off the £5,180.77 because you have got all these ideas for work in my house.
Yep.
So I'll pay that money up front and then consequently you will do work to the value of £5,080.77.
Yes.
That's what you said to him.
Yes.
Thank you, madam. Was that the arrangement?
I told her that I didn't want paying. I said, she kept on and on about me paying her paying me. And I said, look, I'm doing this because I'm family. I'm trying to help you out. And she insisted that she wanted to help me out.
Don't be stupid. Stay and watch the best Judge Rinder moments. And I'm talking. Understood? Don't be a moron. Subscribe to Judge Rinder YouTube channel. Right now. That's an order.